Welcome to the show. Happy New Year. It's 2017. Davin and Anna with you tonight. And so excited. Yes.
I don't have a track. Watermelon, cantaloupes.
We're going to talk about the Mariah Carey debacle coming up here a little bit on the show.
Newspapers. Nails.
Yeah. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. We want to get your opinion on the Mariah Carey debacle for New Year's Eve.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. I have my own theories on that whole thing, but I want to get to our listeners and our viewers' opinions on that in a little while.
You know how I feel.
What?
Mariah, my girl. Mimi.
Mariah can do no wrong, according to Anna, for whatever reason.
Sorry, I'm just, I'm all about Mimi.
Really?
That's it.
Really? There's nothing she could do wrong?
She's beautiful, and she did what she did, and she's accomplished. Never mind.
Wait, we're going to get to that in a minute.
Never mind. Yeah,
we're going to get to that conversation in a minute. Right now, something more important going on. It is New Year's Eve, or actually the New Year, and something that happened is there was something really weird that happened over the last year. We've been off of the show here for a few days now, but the Fiesta Bowl, which happens in Phoenix every year.
Aww.
Yeah, right? We used to live down in Phoenix. It was really cool.
And I just responded to a friend today, and she's out there. She spoke of a market she went to. And I was like, oh, missing it. I do.
Right?
Love Arizona.
So anyway, something really weird happened during the Clemson and Ohio State game. I want you guys to watch this, and you tell me if you think this was a dirty tackle or not, okay? Because this is actually taking the internet by storm. By the way, this Facebook Live show is designed for you only, our Facebook audience. This isn't broadcasting to anywhere else but to people watching us on our page right now. So feel free to chime in. Call the number down below if you want to be a part of the show. The phones are open. You're more than welcome to be a part of it. And,
come on. You're in your mom's basement anyway. What are you doing? It's cold.
Right? It sucks out.
Right?
Of course, you're in
What
Phoenix.
else is there to do in Nebraska?
Okay, dirty tackle or not. Watch this tackle here. Tell me if you see anything weird about this tackle. Okay,
Ready.
Here it goes. Okay, here we go.
Oh, what religion are you? Hey, how you doing? How's your mother?
By the way, that's
wow.
The defender there for Clemson. That's Christian Wilkins. Kind of
Not very Christian.
leaning in there on Curtis Samuels. The
no Christian I know has done that before.
The ball carrier is Curtis Samuels.
Oh wow! Look at there.
Okay, what do you think?
I don't know. Like Portuguese people used to do that to chickens. The egg ready to come out. You having a hard time, chickie?
What do you think? Dirty tackle or no?
Oh God, that's horrible. Are you kidding me?
Okay, caption this tackle. Caption it. Go ahead. Let's come up with the best captions we can right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Jeez.
All the
Liz,
captions you can
it's
come
like-
up with. Come on, bring it. Come on, guys. Comment on the wall.
No, that's not a tumor. Okay, what else?
Roughing the tight end. Illegal use of hands. Come on, guys. We got a whole bunch of these. I know we do.
It's ridiculous.
You got any more, Anna?
I don't know. It's like
I got a whole bunch of people that have been commenting on this.
I used up a whole bunch. I don't want to.
What do you mean you used up a whole bunch? You just said two. You said one, actually.
I don't know. I really have to think of. Just it's awful. I show it again.
Personal foul. I don't know.
Can I see it again?
It's on our screen right there. What do you mean show it again? It's showing right there.
Okay, so let me just watch.
How close do you have to see it?
Really?
That's the question. Really? I mean, this happened, by the way. Clemson, of course, won that game handily, 31-0. Just totally
handily.
Just totally got over on Ohio State on that game.
Wow! Look at that.
Now there was no but there was no penalty thrown for this play either.
Of course not. They're married now, and everything is okay.
There was not
and
a single
flag.
Daniel Sanchez. Let's see here. What else we have? People are just commenting on the thing. Isn't it a personal foul? Tight end or wide receiver? Let's see what else we got. Anybody else got any comments on this one?
Okay, so he goes to Clemens, and perhaps football.
Clemson.
Yeah, I'm not into college ball.
Not Clements. Clements, the grocery store down the street from us.
Okay, I really, honestly, am not into college ball.
Lucy Torres says, at least buy him a drink first.
Ooh, yeah, that's a good one.
Hey, Chris Parker, what's going on, man? If you get a chance, call in the show tonight.
They're married in some countries now.
Right?
Yeah,
and yes, Chris, I will give you a personal tour of the studio after we're done with the show.
Hey, listen, your man crush over here. You can take it like some other time.
No, he's wanting to see the studio.
Don't be taking up my time.
He's in the biz, so to speak.
With all your radio man.
So come on,
guys.
Caption this. What else do you got on? You got any other jokes?
What else do I got? Oh gosh,
I'm testing you here. Come on, bring the jokes.
You're whatting me?
Yes.
That's good. Well, I don't know. Maybe with all the controversy with the NFL, he was just looking for deflation.
Checking for the balls.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Is that what we got on this one?
Deflated. I don't know.
Okay.
I
really thought you'd have a lot more because you were like really funny on when I posted this picture on our Facebook
well, that's
page
just
earlier.
it. I told you I'm like a WB frog. I get all my
Don't you
stuff
remember
out.
anything you just said?
No.
For God's sake. See? This is what happens. I set you up. And you don't even bring like...
I do. And then you get mad at me because like I'm just, I'm one of those people that is just, I grab life by the, And
there you go. Now you're bringing it. Okay, it's a little slow going there.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Is that good?
All right. So anyway, that's what's all over the internet right now.
Wow.
Everybody's checking this tackle out, and everybody's like blown away. People are like saying, should he be charged for sexual assault on the field?
Ooh,
one guy actually asked
Why
about
not?
that. Should he be charged for sexual assault for that dirty tackle or not?
Of course he should,
Because-
but he won't because it's the NFL.
No, this is college, hon. This isn't NFL.
Oh, that's right. Well, I keep thinking, gosh, why am I going
Are you
in that
high?
direction?
Are you
Why
like
am I
really
always
messed
like, because football, once again, I've just proven my colors. I don't do college ball. So to me, everything is like NFL.
Jana Bestone Wilkins must be a Trump fan, she says.
There you go. See, there's the joke.
Is it?
I like hearing other people do some
We're
funny.
gonna leave all the funny on you. That's kind of like how Mariah Carey likes to do her shows these days. She likes to make her audience sing for her. Apparently.
Okay, no.
Yes, we're gonna go there.
Come on, man.
Let's take it to New Year's Eve. Let's go to New
Take
Year's
me away
Eve
from college balls.
down in Times Square. If you haven't seen the video by now, of course, Mariah Carey, she did not have one of her better showings. She was out there, and now she claimed that there was something that happened with the audio system, like the mics and all that stuff.
Okay, no. So here, her people told them, listen.
Yeah.
The mics in her ears, the whole device that she
the
uses
monitors.
to hear her
The
voice is not working. The monitor system in her ears is not working.
So she says.
And so they said that they replaced everything with new batteries and that they gave it back to them.
Mm-hmm.
And it says, well, it's still not working. It's like cutting in and out and it's not working properly. Well, don't worry because by the time she gets out here, it'll be fine is what they were saying. Okay. So this was according to like the New York Times and a couple of other,
right.
magazines. The Mirror was saying this as well. So, okay. So she went out, she did her thing, and this happened.
Okay, so I'm going to play this for you really quick. I've got the whole video of it from the time where she finishes up Old Lang Syne and she gets into the actual performance. Okay, so watch this. Watch what happens. Here we go. We're into it now. Now she says her monitors weren't working.
Just walk me down.
And the guys were saying she was a little out of it.
Well, Happy New Year. We get here, but I'll just get through the moment.
So she's supposed to be singing right now. The dances are going on and on. So that's going on, right? So my thing is,
We didn't have to check this song, so we'll just say it went to number one.
Mariah figure out
That's what it is. Okay. Feels like a
She's a singer. She's like arguably one of the best professional singers of all time.
That she might have something
We're
wrong with
missing
her
some of this
voice, or she
vocal
might
like
be
this.
going under something might have happened. This is why they do this, so that they sound good and they don't. You're supposed to
I'm gonna say
protect.
let the audience sing, okay?
The people in the crowd are dancing. Everyone is dancing along to the music that she allegedly can't hear. How many years has she been singing? You can still sing or try to sing something along with it. You know what I'm saying? The dancers are all dancing on their feet. People are bopping their heads saying, could you not try to put something out there? Great, go, Brad! What's wrong with her? I mean, look at this. Look at the guys. They're all making their moves. They're all going to the beat of whatever, of the song and everything. I have been on stage before a number of times, and I have been around music. Yes.
All right, just relax.
It does. Right.
So she needs to hear herself, so she can project her voice to understand. She needs to hear
This way,
it's a partial. It's like you stop loving somebody.
So anyway, so now that they like have to walk her off, I'm gonna go ahead and cut from this right now. But you can kind of see how the guys are still dancing right now. She's she's like
I'm
just
trying to
trying
make
to
this for
sing.
you.
It just got like more and more and more awkward. And then they transitioned to her next song, which she was supposed to lip sync, and the lip syncing was off. Everything was so off on this thing.
It was so off, right?
It was
okay. So
terrible.
a professional show like that's been going on for years and years and years. They look at it in the booth and they go, "Holy smokes! It's so off. What are we going to do? I don't know. What's Ryan Seacrest doing? Is he eating corn on the cob and he's got crap coming out of his nose? I don't know. Go to something else. Is there anybody? Is Jenny McCarthy opening her mouth somewhere?
On the West
Is
Coast
she making
feed,
out
right?
with Donnie on some street
Right.
somewhere? Can we cut to them? You know, those annoying too. Can we go to anybody and leave Mariah for a second and then come back and make sure that everything's going on? Because we owe it to our audience to not make Mariah Carey look like a giant idiot. We owe it to the artist to not make her look like this because she's given us so many wonderful songs, which we thought were so good that we hired her tonight. And then we make her look like an idiot when she looks apparently like either A, there's something going on with her, B, we can't get our crap together. If that's not the truth, then cut her a break. That's all I have to say. Go.
Well, now her camp was saying they were blaming Dick Clark Productions, saying that they sabotaged her and all this stuff.
What do you feel about what I just said?
They could have cut to another feed. They could have cut to anything else at that time when they realized there was something not happening right. Or maybe they were waiting for her to like finally pick up on what was happening, kind of get with it. I don't know, because I think if you're the production company, you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. Because if you cut away, people go like, hey, you cut off Mariah. What's going on? You guys cut her out. And she was like trying to get her whatever. If you don't cut away, then you didn't cut away while she was screwing up. And I think it was totally her screw up. I think she's the one
there's
that
something
like
wrong with her.
Absolutely. Oh, by the way, another guy that's catching flack over the Mariah Carey thing of all people, Josh Groban actually tweeted. He was calling her out, saying, "Hey, how did his tweet go?
He said something in the lines of, you know, that the end is near when one of your childhood, you know, the voice of all time,
right?
One of the best voices of all time, does lip syncing and fails.
Lip syncs and fails at her lip syncing her own song.
But you know, I feel my heart goes out to her because I really feel there's something wrong with her. I really do. I follow her on Instagram and all these other things because,
right?
You know what I mean? And so I follow all these things.
Now, Josh was actually in the crowd that night.
What did I say to you a couple months ago?
He was right there in the crowd. As a matter of fact, I think I got the shot from him. Okay, you can't see him right there, but whenever I zoom out a little bit on the camera, you can see up there he is. He's right there, real close. He was ready to go. He could have totally handled this for her instead of having, you know, Mariah Carey just fail all over the place.
No,
it was
but
so sad.
what did I say? And you laughed at me because you always giggle when I say, "Oh, poor Mimi." I'll be laying in bed, you know, and I'm like looking at my stuff, and I'll be like, "Oh no." And he's like, "What now? What, Anna? What? I'm like, "Oh, Mimi." He's like, "What did she do now?" I'm like, "Oh God, she's in the tub. Like, why is she drunk in the tub?" He's like, "What?"
She's
Can
been
I look?
posting all
Can
kinds
I
of
see?
stuff.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, and then I'll show Dave, and he's like, "Oh, I can't see anything." I'm like, "No, it's a," but she's like, she doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? And so I don't know.
Do you
I
think
that whole marriage thing with Nick and
So you think she's like on something or what? What do you think's going on with Mimi?
no, I think she's having a hard time.
Well, of course she's having a hard time. Look at how she performed or didn't perform.
She might have some anxiety.
Should she get paid for that gig or not?
paid? She didn't do anything. Come on,
See?
Mimi.
So
Come
here you are
on.
trying to defend her. I'm just saying.
No, I'm defending her because I believe, you know, in human, you know, as a friend.
There are people who are saying she doesn't show up for her sound checks, and they try to do a sound check, and they had to use a stand-in instead of her for the sound check to check that all the mics, everything were working perfectly according to Dick Clark Productions, which they say was fine. And for her camp to come out and say, well, it was Dick Clark Productions trying to sabotage me, it's defamation of character of Dick Clark Productions. They've done it for 50 years without a major issue like this,
Listen,
and
I
here
agree.
it is.
Who was it that
So there's
said?
that.
I just read the board. I think it was Lucy Pereira.
Yeah.
She says, I like Mariah, but it's
I
clear
like her too. I
that
love
her heart
Mariah.
wasn't into the performance. I don't think her heart had anything to do with it, honey. You know what I mean? I think her brain had something to do with it.
Chime in if you want to chime in on the show tonight.
And that's what it is. I don't know. I try to I love people,
I know you do.
and I hate to see them be
Hate to see 'em what?
attacked.
What do you think? Was it Mariah's fault or was it the production company's
I
fault?
don't even
Any
care
ideas?
whose fault it was. It was like somebody made a mistake, and
Yeah, Mariah made a mistake. I mean, the thing is, okay.
cut away.
That's
That's all I have to say is cut away. You could have saved face.
Here's what I got. You go to a song, Emotions, which came out in what, 1990 something? 93 or whatever it was? She's been singing that damn
before
song.
that, right?
She's been singing that freaking song for like 2
I
decades.
agree. You could have just gone on with it.
You could have just acapella'd that bitch, man. I mean, you could have just like, woo, woo. I could do emotions better than she did on stage that night, and I suck as a singer.
She didn't do it.
No, that's my point. You could have tried to cover up and be like, "You got me," because the background things were going, the dancers were dancing to it.
I know.
You're a pro, Mariah. Everybody loves you. You could have done something and then blamed it on the sound system had you even tried to pull it off. That's the thing, is the lack of trying is what I'm upset about.
The lack of trying.
The lack of trying. Like, you're just like, this wasn't. It's like,
See, Davin would have done it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he was there, he would have been like, no. He would have jumped up on stage.
That's when where's Kanye? Why didn't Kanye jump up and grab that microphone out of that bitch's hand and start singing it himself? You know, Kanye would have done it.
You got me feeling.
I'm saying, right?
No, he couldn't have done it. There was no track.
Okay, Jana says if she can't hear the music, she can't try. But here's the thing.
See,
And Lori loves your earrings, by the way. Sorry, I'm just now getting to the
it's like a
comments.
peacock. Look at that.
Sometimes,
Isn't that cute?
just so you know, sometimes our comments on here on the computer are a little bit delayed, which is why we put the 800 number up there. So if you want to call in,
I made my jewelry. You know,
we'd love to talk to you. I know you did. That's
this
so
is
cool.
all my. This is all my made jewelry. I made it.
That's all
sometimes
honest
I stress out and I'm
stuff.
like, you know what? I just can't watch TV and it's cold outside. So I like.
Jana says it would be out of sync, but the background dancers were dancing and they could hear everything going on. Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
Hater.
I'm not a hater.
I don't care. I love her, and
we all love Mariah. I'm not saying I hate Mariah. Okay.
You sound like we're at a family reunion, for God's sakes, and we're going to have like an intervention, and we're at the point where we're having the pound cake before the person walks in, and you're like, "No, I love Larry."
Now, Mariah, we all love you, Mariah, but you really fucked this one up. So we're gonna have to, take you away.
Even Uncle Charlie came.
Just
it's like everybody came to dump on her. Give her a break.
All I'm saying is you could try. It's New Year's Eve. People have been waiting there since like.
What if she didn't want to go? What if she wanted to be home with her kids and they made her go?
No, she signed the deal to do that. There's been people waiting in Times Square since September to see her, like in line or whatever. However long you have to line up in that place to like get a good seat.
I'm trying to defend her.
What?
I'm trying to defend her.
I know you're trying to defend her, but sometimes people just screw up.
I know. And okay, so she did. So now can we forgive her and move on? Isn't there something Charlie Sheen did?
Can we point out somebody else who sucks? Truly,
Isn't there anybody doing something worse than Mariah?
Okay,
Come on. Okay, you know what? I'm going to look.
No. You don't have to go online and look for stuff. I have something else to talk about right now before we get further on. Another thing that apparently happened at New Year's Eve is there was, I guess there's some sort of malfunction. They always test the ball as the ball drops there.
I know. You showed that earlier with the Clemson and stuff.
No, not that ball. This is a different ball.
Jokes.
And Lucy says, I'm right. She messed up. Thank you, Lucy, for taking my side.
Yeah.
But apparently, Ryan Seacrest got stuck in the shaft below the ball in an elevator. Right? You were telling me this. He was stuck in an elevator.
But I thought the shaft wasn't. Is that really below? Or oh God, I got a joke. You know what I'm getting? No.
Yeah. You going to tell the story? I'm leaving it up to you.
Oh, my story. Okay, so Ryan Seacrest. So it's after the ceremony. Everything's like, everybody's, and he has to go down an elevator. So they get in, naturally. It starts to go, and then all of a sudden it just stops. It stops. It's like the movies where you're like,
right,
ha ha ha, and then it's not
jammed up,
and so he's in there sweating.
So he's
wee little man sweating
in his tiny little Seacrest collection coat.
Yes, I'm sure. Very tight. He probably wears like a Spank up top too. You know what I'm saying? Those little Spanks that push you in. Well, come on.
The Seacrest Spanks to hold your man boobs in.
Exactly. He was all spanked up. But anyway, and then of course, the elevator started, but he was in there for a while. They had to like unjam.
It was the elevator below the ball, right? It was the one below, like where you go up to test the ball.
Yes, the shaft below the ball.
There we go. See?
Yes.
Trying to get the jokes in.
Yes. So anyway, and the ball had already gone and exploded.
The ball had been
and whatnot.
received.
Had already been. Poor Ryan. He must have been so humiliated.
Oh, I'm sure he was.
Anyway, so there was a lot of funny things that happened actually for New Year's. And you know what? I'm really glad that we didn't go all out this year for New Year's and do a bunch of stuff.
You might have noticed on our wall, we stayed in this year. The weather was really pretty cold and it was rainy and stuff up in Boston. We're like, you know what? We could go downtown Boston. We could go and hang out and do the thing in Boston. And that would be cool. I mean, because, we love Boston. Boston's awesome. But it's like, you know what? We're just going to chill, hang out inside, do some stuff. I taught the kids how to play poker.
That was hysterical.
It was really a lot of fun. And because I love playing Texas Hold'em, right? It's like one of my favorite things. And so I taught my kids how to play. And now my daughter's like a total Texas Hold'em fiend. Like she's like, can we play poker? Can we have another tournament? I want to play. And she wins. She wins like crazy.
We went to local supermarket here, the Stop and Shop, and right before he was like waiting in line to check out the couple of things for our dinner. I look over and I see the bin with the New Year's Eve stuff. So I'm like, oh, come on, we're going to be home. So I grab it. It's like a pack of 4 hats, 4 masks, 4 noisemakers, and 4 little necklace things that are, what are they? They're made of
tinsel.
Tinsel. That's it.
Yeah.
So she picked the silver ones and she continued to wear it like all night long. But on the hat, it says party time. Like everywhere. So her poker name was Party Time. And this kid is cleaning up. I mean, stacks of chips. And she's all like, I'm betting $12. I'm like, oh my God, she's an evil genius. And she's like winning and winning and winning. She's dangerous. You know this, right?
I think I'm going to use my daughter to do like a rounders thing and take her to Binghamton and take people's money or something. I'm just saying. The kid's got some kind of skill. I don't know where she got it from.
I am so glad this is being recorded.
Why? What? I'm saying we get cleaned up, right? Okay, is there anything that you've ever taught your kids, let me back this up. Is there anything that you have ever noticed about your kids that you're like, oh my God, I'm actually seriously worried that my kid might eventually blank, 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 whatever that is. Mm-hmm. Fill in the blank. Is there anything that you've ever worried that your kids might turn out to do or be later on in life because you've noticed some sort of tendency early on?
Yes, Dylan.
Okay, what are you worried about?
That he will turn into some guy that does like just crazy like black ops or sabotage. Because he's one of those guys like you don't even like realize, and then he has to go to Russia and live for about, some years, if you know what I'm saying right here. Because like he's all about like computers and things and old
like hacking and stuff.
Hacking everything. And he's 3 years old. Davin is at work and I come into the room and he says, how are things today? I'm like, things are great. Where's Dylan? I'm like, oh, he's in here. And I come walking in. He's got a screwdriver, a binky in his mouth. And all the remote controls are taken apart.
He took everything apart, like everything. And then he put it all back together without breaking anything, which is really kind of crazy.
Creepy. And so now he's like 9 years old, and I'm like, oh, he's so cute.
You got your information wrong on Ryan, apparently. Right?
What happened?
Well, your friend Lisa Jo says that
What'd she say?
He actually got stuck in the elevator in the morning on the way to Good Morning America.
Oh,
he was testing the ball. Okay, so there was a ball thing in there.
Oh, I see. Yeah, well,
okay.
You know what? My apologies, because I forget that you do have to test the balls.
Always have to test the ball.
Well, you have to. You never know what could go on. Sometimes there's, discretions and things that go on, and, they have to fix it.
Hey, Lisa, call us up on the phone number down there. It's toll free. 1-800.
Oh, and by the way,
DNA for fun. Call up.
Your New Year's Eve, the thing you wrote, that was just beautiful. Quote.
By the way, we do this show every night, so everybody can like just kind of hang out with us and do a fun thing here. It's like totally casual.
So Happy New Year.
Despite all the cool effects and stuff. This is like a total chill show. So I love it when people like chime in and be a part of things.
Goodness gracious, there's a lot of ball references tonight, I noticed.
There have been.
Yeah.
Lots of ball references.
Yeah.
Should we go back to
Tom
that?
Brady.
Should we go back to that tackle from Clemson and Ohio State?
For
those who are just checking.
Yes, I want to see that again, Davin, just to make sure I saw exactly what I saw.
Here's the tackle in the Fiesta Bowl, the dirtiest hit ever. The extremely dirty hit.
Ay, 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 Fiesta! There's the Fiesta right there. Do you see it? There it is. Look at that. Jueves Rancheros. Ay, okay, there you go. Look at that. We're going to play a game, okay? Hide the glove.
People were saying this guy should be arrested for sexual assault. Can you get sexual assault on the field, really?
I don't know, but his mother loves it when he's over for Thanksgiving. He always stuffs the turkey.
Okay, see, really now you're bringing the comedy. There it is. That's what I'm waiting on. That's my girl.
What? Are you looking at me to be your comic relief?
Yes.
I don't get paid enough for that.
Yes, you do.
Anyway, yeah, so it's oh man, can we say that one more time? No, I'm just kidding. That really is quite blatant. So what happens now?
Nothing happens now. That's just it. They just caught it on camera at the Fiesta Bowl down in Arizona.
What do you mean nothing?
Nothing happens. There was no penalty on the play. There was nothing they called. It's just on video forever.
But could it be a penalty in college ball?
I don't know. It's a bowl game. I mean, yeah, it could be a penalty, like unsportsmanlike conduct or something after the play.
But
does
they
that
didn't
exist? What does what exist? Unsportsmanlike conduct?
In that. So no one just saw it. No one saw it.
Well, everybody saw it because the camera got it in slow motion at that tackle.
See, I guess I'm a little ignorant. I thought that
I didn't watch the game.
got like it was an actual penalty.
No, that's just it. There was not a penalty on that play. There was no penalty.
All right.
It just happened.
Okay.
And so everybody like is commenting on it, and now it's all over the internet. Like people are like checking it out, and so we shared it with you guys because
Well, have they called each other since?
I don't know. I think he hasn't called him. I think he's very hurt because it's been 2 days and he hasn't called back. Who knows? Poor guy.
Well, that's how it goes.
Yeah, Ohio State, they really took a beating. 31-0. They scored. Clemson scored a lot, and more than just
They
on that
really
play.
did.
Yeah,
What base is that?
I think that's 6th base.
Is that what that is?
Something like that. I don't know.
If it existed, that's it.
Yeah, we should ask some of our gay friends what base is that.
I don't know. That's the Green Monster.
Because the green monster.
Just like went over. There we go.
Oh my God. Crazy stuff. All right, so New Year. We got a new year.
Yeah.
I'm excited about our new year. We got a lot of cool
Are
stuff
you
going on.
really? What is your resolution? You always make these resolutions.
Well, okay, so my resolutions are more than just like resolutions. It's more like goals, I guess, if you want to put it like that, right?
Okay.
I mean, for 2017, the thing is, I'm going to share a bunch of stuff that's going to be boring to people out there, but it's important to me. So,
Oh, okay, great. So let's all be bored.
okay, so like I've had my real estate license for like a year.
Yes.
And so this year I'm going to really like do a lot of stuff with that and help people because I've kind of served myself over the last year or so in doing like a fix and a flip and doing things. And so now I've got a lot of really cool knowledge that I can drop on people and share on our Facebook wall.
Well, truth be told, you've been doing so many different things.
I've had a lot going on, and I don't share all the things that I do, even though it seems like I do. It's like I don't know when the last time I just stopped and didn't do something.
Mm-hmm.
So this year I'm going to try to make more time for family because it's important. I'm going to try to spend more time doing stuff with the kids.
And we did a rule what tonight? What is the rule?
She made a resolution that we shouldn't have any electronics at the table when we're doing, like no cell phones at the dinner table. Sometimes
We are one of those families. Believe it or not, we're one of those families. We actually do sit down and eat dinner.
Now, one of our friends on Facebook the other day, he had somebody comment on his wall, or actually he made a comment on his wall that somebody was taking issue with his kids always on the iPads. And do you think that's a bad thing?
What do you mean somebody made an issue? How do they know that the kids? Oh, because they go over and the kids are.
No, they checked the pictures on his Facebook wall and saw that all the pictures with his kids, always involved the kid being with an iPad every time, everywhere they go. Now, this is really interesting because last night we had some of your family over and little cousins, little like 2, 3, 4, 5-year-olds all come in the door. They all got their iPads. They're all ready to go, right? So they all come in and literally I open the door. Welcome, come in. Nice to see you all. We're giving hugs, just a quick exchange. Before the last person could even get in the door, one of the first 3 kids like, can I have your Wi-Fi password? Like literally that fast. And I don't blame her. She's a young little thing and she's cute and she's just asking what she wants, right? But I'm like, geez. You haven't even been in my house for 5 seconds and you're asking for the Wi-Fi password. So do you think kids today are so dependent on electricity, on electronics and stimulation that they literally have like some sort of like crazy addiction, like they can't function without having that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Our daughter is like that now with her. She does her gaming. And I mean, when I can, okay, so.
Is it bad or good? Because some people, a lot of kids learn with their iPads.
It's different.
Yeah.
It's, here's the thing. It's not good or bad. It's just different. It's different than what we had. I would spend, okay, listen, if my friends are watching or if you watch after this, please comment below. But do you remember how we would be on the phone? We would be on the telephone, stretching that sucker to the other room, to where the TV was, to watch the new video that was coming out. At 8 o'clock tonight, Michael Jackson has a new video. And at 8 o'clock tonight, Def Leppard has a new video. Van Halen has a new video. I'm on the phone. Oh my God, are you watching this? You see it's new.
Lucy's commenting. Lucy, call the show really quick. Just hit us up on the phone. We can talk to you.
You see,
much
this
faster.
is new, right?
Everybody's talking about tech addiction is what Lucy's saying. Yes, tech addiction.
Well, I was addicted to television. I was addicted to MTV. How is that different?
Because you actually still go out and have a life without it. I mean, it's weird because I'm not really complaining about it as much as I'm noticing it.
I'm just asking because I believe in turning off. Like you get to a certain hour and that was wonderful. That was good. We need to turn it off now and do some other things.
But meanwhile, things like, I mean, there's some really amazing things with the tech because now that we all have our smartphones, like this show, we've developed it for people who are always like this all the time. Like they're always like this. I'm like, well, let's go and be there. Let's do what we do normally on the radio, but here, so people can watch our show on their smart device.
I think
so
it's
I love it
important-
for that reason. It's really cool.
I
'cause you
think
can
it's
get stuff out
important
there.
to realize that you are hanging on sometimes to old beliefs, and whether you like it or not, whether you really, really hate the fact that you're kicking and screaming and this isn't what you're used to, this isn't what it's about, that you have to, you have to do this, you have to do this, it's going to overrule us. This is the future, and this is what the future is bringing.
Jana says, without his laptop, my son just goes into shutdown mode. It's like he's reserving his energy for the games.
It's not us. It's not what we were, but we are on a precipice. I believe this is it. This is the future. We are about
Of course,
to go,
whether you like it or not. That's
and
what's
whether
here.
you like it or not. And we are looking at it like...
So how do you feel about kids that always have their face in their phones or their pads? What are your thoughts about that?
I think it's the same thing as people used to ask, what do you think about your children looking at the television set?
You think so?
Well, they're not looking at the radio anymore.
Okay, and how much did you learn from TV? And how much can you learn? Because the thing is, online, there's so much cool stuff you can learn. Like my kid, he's trying to learn how to make movies and stuff all the time. Mm-hmm. And he's watching YouTube videos all the time. And it's like, okay, I know he wants to learn to make stuff, and you can be inspired by seeing other people's cool shit, and it'll teach you to make cool stuff. So I'm like, okay, that's cool. As long as he's doing something somewhat productive. Of course, it's mostly prank videos, and he's probably going to use them to turn them on me at some point. But, I still watch that. I'm like, okay, how do you guys gauge? And I'd love for somebody to call and talk about this. How do you gauge how much is enough for your kid to go, okay, this is a healthy amount because he's using the technology in a positive way versus using it as just stimulus, like addiction to stimulus. You know what I mean?
Well, I noticed that it's you also have to be aware, and you have to put your foot down. For instance, I really like that they use all their technology, and I'm really inspired by the way they use it. But okay, she role plays, so she does this game, which is all innocent and great. They do role play, they do this thing, it's a National Geographic type thing, and they have to learn, and she pays for it, by doing stuff. So here's the deal. With that comes responsibility of me as a parent going, okay, that was wonderful. You did enough of that. Now you're going to go do something else. Mm-hmm. See, that's the problem. Your kids. What happened to, being a parent and saying that's enough of that? It's just like television or how many donuts is too many donuts for your kid to ingest? Well, I don't know. I'm just going to pile donuts, up and down the walls of my house. And I'm going to trust that my kid is not going to go and eat every single one.
Which, by the way, you being Portuguese, you bake everything under the sun and keep us full of carbohydrates in our house.
Not this year.
Are you going to hold off?
Well, look at this. I already got rid of a bunch of stuff in our house from this weekend alone.
Because that's the other thing she does that I want to get away from is all the breads and
I'm already
cakes.
getting away from it.
We have a ton of it from the New Year's Eve party. So I kind of wonder about that. And the other thing that you'll do is you've officially banned iPhones from the dinner table, but she'll come up with some kind of discussion. We'll be talking about something and be like, wasn't Ed Norton in that movie, whatever? And we'll wind up looking up. It's like, quick, Google it. And now here we are. We all pull out our phones and we verify things. No, it happens a lot. I'm not blaming you. I'm just saying.
I'm not going to verify it at the table if that's what you mean.
I bet you will.
I bet you won't.
I bet you somebody will go, look it up. And we have to look up whatever's going on in that case.
And I'll say, well, then after we're done with dinner, we can look it up.
Why can't we look it up at the table? I think it'd be a great thing for a healthy conversation to be able to look it up.
Não sejas malcriada. A gente não tem que usar tudo sempre, okay?
I got her speaking Portuguese. She's angry now.
I think it can wait, is all I'm saying.
Well, that's the cool thing about having it. It doesn't have to wait. If you have it, you can just look it up, right? I mean, if there's something you need to know, it's a fact-finding thing, a part of a conversation. What's wrong with that?
It's just, I'm trying to hold out from a couple of years from now when there's going to be an invisible, how the new, I think it's Avengers. Yeah, Avengers. They have the screen.
That is awesome. I can't wait for that to happen.
And all I can think of is we're at the dinner table and
especially while we're
having
driving
our food, and that screen comes down, and we'll be like, who was it in that movie? And Davin will be like, do. And then Ed Norton will come up, and here we are having dinner.
Right.
Watching the scene that I put up today for Ed Norton.
Yeah.
So it's stuff like that.
Remember TV trays? TV trays were the best invention. Because you could have dinner. You didn't have to talk awkwardly with your parents. You just watch whatever's on TV while you grubbed. That was brilliant. She hates TV trays. I love TV trays. Because they make your dinner and your TV combined. It was the best thing ever.
Leave? What is your problem? You don't like people, and you just want to grub.
No, I'm just saying.
You don't want to talk to me.
I do want to talk to you, but it's nice
what I'm saying, I don't mean leave the house. I mean go in another room where you can grub with your tray.
Sometimes
in front of a television.
But when your show is on,
just like in what was it?
It's a great way to multitask. Is all I'm saying.
Toy Story. That dysfunctional family with the kid Sid has the bedroom that's all beat to crap. His dad is like in the other room. Like, get a room. You know what I'm saying? And you could be in there.
When I grew up, there was this kid that
Somewhere
lived down the street from me. He was just like Sid, and I was always jealous because his parents would let him do anything he wants all the time. This guy named...
Oh, you don't have to say it. It's okay.
Loey Mitchell.
Oh, God.
Terry and Loey. These guys, they lived down the street.
What do you mean they
from
would do anything they want? Like the kid on that show?
Oh, yeah. They
like
could,
hammer stuff?
Oh, they could do
the...
anything. They had like, back in the 70s and 80s, they had like model airplanes that gas-powered. They'd fly them all around the neighborhood and stuff. Like if there were drones, those would be the guys who would somehow attach a BB gun to a drone and go and shoot kids in the neighborhood with their drone. I'm serious. These kids were like, no. These kids actually stole golf carts and did like demolition derby with the golf carts on the golf course. I
gotcha.
Like they're the troublemaker kids.
Gotcha.
But I was so jealous of them because I was I was brought up so strictly, and these guys could do anything, and they would never get in trouble
now?
for it.
20 to 30?
I don't know what they're doing now. Who knows? Yeah, I'm sure
10 to 20.
probably work at some rock pile somewhere. Who knows what? I don't know. But I'm just saying.
Well, do you remember when we were looking for our first house in Indiana? We went to that one house where the doors had all like knife marks in them.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, the son likes to throw knives. And then we go in the basement and all the doors that, God rest their soul, had come to the end of the line. There's just knife marks. I'm like, what the?
Yeah, it was weird.
What's wrong with this family?
It's crazy.
We didn't live there. We didn't buy the house.
All right, so coming up on our show here very, very soon, we've got some crazy, crazy good musical acts we're going to be bringing to the show. I don't know if we're going to have one tomorrow night, but definitely this week. We've got some new music artists we're going to be featuring on the show. That's one of the things we like to do with our show is provide a platform for people who wouldn't otherwise be on the radio or whatever, but they're just as good. And just because they haven't made their way through the system yet, we kind of like to get ahead of the curve musically and present new music to you guys.
And one of the ones people I really want to introduce to everyone is, okay, get ready for this. Seriously, hold on to your socks when I say this. A Buddhist rapper. I kid you not.
Look up KTM on YouTube. KTM and the Llama Gang. Look him up.
Not even kidding you.
It's hardcore, but this kid can rap, man. He can flow. It's crazy. Mm-hmm. And so we're going to have him on pretty soon as well. So that's coming up on the show. We're going to break out a little bit early tonight. We got to get the kids ready because tomorrow they go back to school, and I know it's going to be a hard awakening for them because they've been on nightclub rave kid time schedule this whole last week. Like everybody's in bed by 2 or 3 a.m. and they wake up at 1.
They are zipper headed, man. Like the boy child wakes up and he's got the bushy like California surfer thing going, or the Kennedy thing. I don't know. Pick one. We're on the East Coast now, so we'll go with Kennedy.
Right.
Just like crazy. Doesn't make any sense whatsoever up here. And he wakes up this morning and he looks like a rooster. I mean, I kid you not. His hair was out of control, and I could hear them in there. The sister was trying to do his hair, and I asked Davin, I'm like, what's going on, man?
Right.
He's like, oh, I don't know. They've been in there forever trying to figure out what to do with his hair.
She's trying to give him a Trump hairstyle and all kinds of stuff.
Well, this week he's going to be 10.
Yeah, that's right.
It's a big deal.
Big 1-0. It's going to be a big day. Maybe we'll have him on the show. We'll have him on the show. He's a lot of fun if you haven't seen him before. Okay, so we're going to get out of here. You guys take care. Thanks so much for watching. Check us out every single weeknight right around 7 p.m. Eastern. Like, comment, share the show with all your friends. And we got some good stuff lined up for you this year.
Oh, it's going to be fun. Can't wait.
I'm very excited. All right, guys, take care. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time.
Good night.